how much more important I am. I was busy at home asleep. No, I thought we'd chat for a bit. So we got 5 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, hello everyone, my name's Russell Payne, I'm a poet. I haven't got enough time to say everything I want to say, so I'm going to speak really quickly. I'm going to give you a talk on Gary Glitter and the music that he's produced over the last 5 years. Not really. Who likes Star Wars here?
Yeah!
Yay! I'm actually going to talk to you about Star Wars. Shame the music didn't come on when I said that, but Star Wars. I'm going to spoil it for you. Star Wars is basically plagiarised from the comic that was written and drawn in 1971, 6 years and 3 months before Star Wars was made. This gentleman, Jack Kirby, you may know because he created all the superheroes you see in films today, like the Avengers and the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, and Groot, the wooden guy from the Guardians of the Galaxy, and Cyclops, and going on and on. Hundreds of people he created. But after he left Marvel Comics, he went to DC Comics, because they gave him money as well, a bit like Big Bake Off went for £25 million. But crucially, the talent went with him when he went. And he created a series of comics called The Fourth World. The Fourth World was made up of 4 separate comics. And he threw his ideas into this. The first issue of New Gods came out in 1971 and was a space opera spanning the galaxies where a complicated family had all sorts of space-related whizzing around. That's basically Star Wars, isn't it? I've got more proof than that. Trust me. Not much more proof than that, but it is going to make absolute sense. And by the end of this, you're going to go, damn you, George Lucas, why did you steal Jack Kirby's ideas? So, Star Wars, 6 years, 3 months after New Gods. This is Apocalypse that existed in 1971. It's essentially a planetoid-sized weapon covered in machines, guarded by men in masks, and note the circles on the sphere. Can you think of anything in Star Wars that reminds you of? There's a visual clue behind me. The Death Star, a completely different planetoid, with mechanics all over it and men in masks guarding it, and circles on the surface. I've got more than circles to talk about. You know who lives on Apocalypse? This gentleman's called Darkseid. Seriously, he's called Darkseid. He does that a lot. He's got a bucket-shaped head. His son is the good guy in the comics, who was brought up by someone else. Here's some dialogue from Star Wars. Don't make me destroy you. Join me and I will complete your training. If only you use the power of the dark side. Very similar to, stay warrior, let me complete the destruction of the scot-free so you may live with the majesty that is the power of Darkseid. That was my impression of Darth Vader. The comic, The New Gods, also contains a mysterious force called the Source. The Source powers the glowing Wonder Staff. Can you think of any similar things to the Source in Star Wars? The Force, that's correct. You were supposed to shout there. It's quite obvious. It's only one letter. George Lucas clearly stole that idea as well. The Source, a mysterious force that powers the lightsabers. In New Gods, they use little machines that communicate with them via pinging noises. This is an unusual idea. This is not an idea that has come up that George Lucas has pinched from some archetypal story type. Star Wars, little machines that communicate via pinging noises. Here's the proof. Ping, ping. Ping, ping. As if that wasn't enough, I've got a lot more for you. Here's the 3 characters that are the main characters in New Gods. You've got Orion, who's a sort of boyish hero, his happy-go-lucky, reckless companion, and the man with the Wonder Staff and the grey beard who trains young Luke, Orion, in the ways of the Force, the Source. Star Wars. Young boyish hero, happy-go-lucky companion, old, mysterious religious man with grey beard. Now I know Jack Kirby didn't create grey beards, but there's more similarities, if that wasn't enough. Here's a character from New Gods. His name is Mark Moonrider. Can we think of a character in Star Wars that has a name a bit like Mark Moonrider? Yes! That's it! That's what I thought! It's not even subtle, is it? I mean, Luke Star was originally called Luke Starkiller, but clearly George Lucas thought that's not nearly similar enough to the comic that I'm pinching these ideas from. I'm going to change it to Mark Moonrider instead. So, if all these ideas are so blatantly stolen from Star Wars, why have we not heard about this before?
Why?
No, I don't know either. It's bloody obvious. I mean, Star Wars is as inspired by New Gods as Finding Dory was inspired by Finding Nemo. That's how simple it is. If you want to know about Jack Kirby, visit Jack Kirby Museum website on the internet by typing in Jack Kirby to Google. It's been lovely to speak to you. Thank you.
Payne, ladies and gentlemen.